Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Krunky's Single Player Survival Minecraft. Krunky here, and we're now on episode 10. As you can see, we're in front of the ocean monument that we cleared out last episode. And the reason we're here is obviously because now that we've cleared this out, we need to clear out all the water so that we can get working on the Guardian farm. A few changes that happened between episodes is I lit this area up so that I could stay here and camp out without being bothered by mobs. And the other change you may be able to notice now is I'm doing a little bit of work with my audio. I'm trying to make it a little bit smoother, a little bit clearer, and a lot less clicky. I'm doing whatever I can to reduce the clicking from my keyboard and mouse, and I hope that really shows. And I hope that the audio treatment that I'm doing to the video is more pleasant to your guys' ears. I'm definitely having more fun with it. You know, I've got a little setup that is a lot more audio treated than my previous setup, and also I'm doing a lot of post-processing that will hopefully make things a little clearer, make things a little easier to listen to. So I hope you're enjoying that. But with that said, in order for me to get started on this clearing out of the ocean monument, I need sand and lots of sand. But as you can tell by my inventory, I have none of it. I also have no wood because there's no trees on this island, and as far as I can tell, that looks like it might be a tree over there, but there's not very much wood in this area. So I can't make a workbench, I can't make a furnace, so I can't dry out my wet sponges. Not to mention that I don't have any I don't have any coal to power the furnaces. So I'm gonna have to go on a little resource gathering adventure. I don't really want to go back to my base because it's really far ways away and I don't want to spend that much time just walking again. So I'm going to scour this area and see if there's anything that I can gather. And if worse comes to worse, you know, if I need to go back to my base, I need to go back to my base. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll be back to you guys with an update. So I was coming from this way and I swam quite a bit in this direction towards this island that I saw because I wanted to take up all the sand here because it seemed like the most I could gather up in the area. But as I looked over, there's a village here, and now I don't really have much of a need for a village right now, except for the fact that there's a lot of wood in villages and I can use that to get some resources to craft up some things like the workbenches. In fact, I think there might even be a workbench somewhere in a village. So let's go check that out. This place looks... Alright, so here is... Oh, we can take this furnace. 2 furnaces. Do I have an iron? I do not. Iron and diamonds. Wow. Perfect. So I'm just going to take all of this and I'm going to see if there's a workbench around here. If not, I'll just grab some wood from these walls. But yeah, I'm not seeing a workbench right off the bat. I imagine if it was in here, it'd be in this area. And I actually want to take this chest as well, because this could come in handy. I should really calculate how much sand I'll be needing and make enough chests to accommodate that. But first let's find ourselves a workbench if we can. And I guess villages don't have workbenches. I thought they did, but I guess I was wrong. So I'm just gonna grab some of this wood and then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna try to clear up all this sand, and hopefully we'll have enough, but I really doubt it. Anyways, I'll get back to you guys once I've gathered all this stuff. So after grabbing the wood from the village, I came back here and I dropped down this chest so that I could put everything in it, and we got started in clearing out this part of the island right here. And we didn't clear out a whole lot, maybe a fourth of it, but we did get quite a bit of sand from just this portion right here, about 12 stacks, which certainly won't be enough to clear out the entire outline of the Guardian farm, but there's plenty of sand here and also sand all throughout this area, so I might be good on that. but I do want to go back to the ocean monument and start at least putting down the corners of the outline, so I can do a rough estimate of how much sand I'll be needing. And as you can see, it's sitting over there, and we're just going to head in that area, and I'll be back in a minute. We've got our first corner down, and that was about a little less than half a stack. Of sand, so I'm going to do that on the other corners and just do a rough calculation of how much we'll need. I think it'll be roughly, I don't know, I think what we have might be good for one side, but we'll see. So we got the 4 corners down of the outline to the Guardian farm, and it took about just under 2 stacks of sand to do those 4 pillars. And so I'm hoping that I can at least get one side, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. This is going to be a long, drawn-out process, and I don't want to bore you with that, so I will skip forward, and I'll show you guys where we're at. So we've run out of sand, as you can see here. No more sand. We got 9 blocks left, and we didn't get quite as far as we were hoping. So this is the corner that we started at, and we've gone about halfway, which is, it's not bad, but I really was hoping that I could get farther than that. I was hoping that with the 12 stacks we'd get all the way, but instead we only got about halfway. I think we need about 3 more stacks to get to the halfway mark. And so it seems like one wall is going to take us about 30 stacks. So times that by 4, we need about 120 stacks, and since we already did half, we're going to need about 105, 108 stacks to finish this off. So normally I would third-person time-lapse all this, but I recently realized that my second computer is not good enough to record at 1080p. And so it leaves me with the choice of either cutting to progress updates or having low-quality time-lapses. And I've chosen to go the route of quality, and I'm just going to be cutting to progress updates. So I will update you guys as I finish up this area, and I'll see you guys there. While editing this, I realized that game sounds were not recording during the duration of this episode, and I apologize about that. I'm having a very interesting recording day, to say the least. After quite a bit of grabbing sand, I have officially cleared out all of this island here, all the sand except for the sand that's blocking the water. I've grabbed all of that, and I've filled up my inventory. I had to drop some items off into the chest so that we could grab the last bits, but now that we have all of this, this won't completely be enough. We'll still need a couple more stacks of sand, but for now that should get us most of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling that in, and I'll be back with you guys in a bit. So I've made the first wall, and as you can see, we used about, let's see, that's 8 stacks. No, more than 8 stacks. We used about 10, 12, 13 stacks to get here. That's about right with my estimation. So we're going to have to repeat that down this way and down that way. And so let's get it going on that. Now, I kind of wanted to mention to you guys, I have a kind of a funny story with Guardians. It was actually my first time playing Minecraft ever. I just purchased the game. I created a new world, and lo and behold, I was dropped off into an ocean. And, well, let's just say that the little desert island I was on was maybe 10 blocks away from the Ocean Monument, and I didn't know it was an Ocean Monument at the time. I didn't know much about Minecraft at all, but yeah, I dropped in. I heard the sound, and I died. I spawned, I got up, got back into the water, heard that sound again, I died again. I had no idea what was happening, and it was just a traumatic experience in a way. So every time I hear the sound, it still kind of freaks me out to this day. But I've gotten a lot better at Minecraft since then, so it doesn't bother me as much. But definitely still some trauma left over in that. So again, we've run out of sand, and we've made it almost to the end of the second wall. And that kind of tells me that we're going to need at least 2 more full inventories before we can fill up this entire area. Which means I'm going to have to go raid some more islands. I mean, there's that island over there. I've raided that one over there. There's got to be more that I can hit up. I know that there's some farther back behind the village. And probably that island over there. So there's a lot of places we can get sand. It's just a lot of time-consuming work. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. It's not going to be fun, but, you know, we got to do what we got to do. So I'm going to go get myself some sand, and hopefully I'll have enough to finish all this up. Alright guys, we're almost there. We just gotta keep filling in this last 2 areas, and just to make this a little bit quicker, I'm going to run down and start placing them as I come back up. But exciting, we're almost there. Just bear with me a little bit, and we're finished. We have now blocked off the entire ocean monument, and now all we got to do is clear out all this water. And I say that like it's an easy thing, but this is going to be a giant pain. I'm still thinking about the best way to get this done, but yeah, we came out with a little bit of sand, maybe 4 stacks of sand. As you can see, we left the base camp, but we've cleared out that island over there, the island behind it, a bunch of the island behind that. We cleared out that island, and there's a little island behind there, and we were just all over the place getting enough sand to fill this place in. But in the end, we got there. Now we just gotta find a way to clear all this water out. I don't know what to do. I kind of want to, you know, section it off and do sand and sponges, but at the same time I kind of want to do something a little more automated, just because this is a lot of water to clear. So I'm going to see what we can use, and I'll be back to you guys in a little bit. So I've grabbed all of my gear that I had stashed over on this island over here and brought it over to the base camp, and so I have all my gear back. And I've made a decision on how I'm going to clear this out, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to regret this. But I've decided that I'm going to go with an automatic clearing machine. I have a schematic in mind that I want to use, but in order to make it, I need the items that I have back in my base. Also, the other prerequisite is that I need this to be clear of any blocks. So I'm going to be clearing this area manually, at least all the blocks. And I'm pretty sure this is not going to go as I expect. But, you know, we got to do what we got to do. So I'm going to get started in clearing this area out, and hopefully I'll be able to clear out all these blocks without dying. And once I do that, we'll find a way back to our base to grab all the materials that we need. So I've cleared out the top layer of the ocean monument. If I can get up here, I'll show you. But yeah, so I basically cleared out all of the blocks that are on the level of the very top Elder Guardian, and I still have a whole lot more to go, but things are coming a lot smoother than I was expecting. Of course, the biggest problem I'm having is breathing. I don't have any potions for this, whether it's underwater breathing or night vision. I have nothing to help me in this underwater adventure, so it's not as smooth as I was hoping it would be, but at the same time, it's really not all that bad. This efficiency pickaxe really helps out. I do expect that this is going to run out before I finish this place up, so I might have to cut this episode short so that I can go back to my base and pick up everything that we need for the next episode. But I'm going to keep going on until I can go on no longer, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. So again, I found myself in a little safe place just so that I can not die for a little bit, but I just want to show you the progress I've gotten. I've come down another layer, and so things are coming pretty well. The guardians are really showing to be a problem here. They're kind of getting in my way of clearing this out as fast as I can, but like I said, it's coming along a lot smoother than I was expecting, and we should be done in no time. Oh, this is from when we were trying to clear the place out. But yeah, I'm going to keep going, and hopefully I'll be able to clear out this area soon. So I've had a bit of a recording snafu. I recorded a whole bunch of content only to find out that my recording software had crashed on me. So I lost a lot of content, and I apologize for that. But to summarize what we lost, we've cleared up all of the ocean monument all the way down to the floor level of it. And there's a whole lot of guardians here, so I don't want to try my luck on that. But yeah, as you can see, all of this is cleared out, and it took forever. I went through my entire, my efficiency pickaxe, didn't even realize I was finished, and it broke. So I had to finish up with some iron pickaxes that we had. We had some iron in here that we built up a few more pickaxes, and so yeah, we were able to get the job done. It was just a lot longer than I was hoping it would be. So yeah, things are looking good. So that was fun. I mean, we cleared out an entire ocean monument by hand underwater, which I don't think I've seen anyone do yet. I wish I had grabbed more of that on film, but unfortunately, like I said, my recording software went out on me, so there's not much I could do on that, and I really don't feel like restoring to my backup save and doing it all over again, so you guys are just gonna have to bear with me on that one. But in the end, we got it done. It took forever. We had to get a bunch of sand, and it's done. That's all I gotta say. But I do want to go back to my base so that I can grab all the materials that we need for the next episode to make the automatic clearing area. I also want to grab some obsidian so that we can make a portal to the nether here, so that we can go back and forth between the base and the guardian farm with ease. But I'm not going to record that because honestly, it's a really long ways, like 3,000 some blocks. And I know that you guys don't want to see that, so I'm just going to cut that out. I'm just going to go straight to my base, and the next time you see me, I'll be at the base. But before I go, I wanted to ask you guys one more time, if you could comment down below on my audio, it'd be really helpful. Like I said, I'm trying to make a cleaner, more smoother sound, and I just want to know that if my technique that I'm using now is going in the right direction, so that I know, what to fix, what to keep working on, and hopefully one day I'll have a easier sounding setup that you guys will enjoy more. But anyways, like I said, that's all the time I have for today. If you like my episode, I really appreciate it if you give me a like. I would appreciate so much more if you subscribed, and if you have already subscribed, I'd like to thank you so much for subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Have a good night.